Yo, what's good? It's your boy Holiest. You already know what it is. Since tomorrow, I'm hitting level 45 and obtaining the 5-star selector box. I figured I would go ahead and make a video from my end. I've done a little bit of thinking on which weapon I wanted to choose based off of my team comp, the characters that I have on my team. And I think I would like to share the research I did with you guys. By no means, again, I love stating this at the beginning of all my videos. By no means is this a definitive guide on exactly what you should pick. Okay, what I'm gonna be doing is kind of going over the benefits and the negatives of choosing each weapon based off of, the hologram bosses in the Tower of Adversity, as I believe those will be the end game, even as we look later on down the line. There's no way they don't add more bosses to hologram, and there's no way they don't add, more stages to the Tower of Adversity. I do believe for as far as right now, with no roadmap in sight, that looks like it will be the end game content. Hopefully one day we can look into maybe like seeing some raids or some different type of like in-game content outside of the tower. But for now, that's all we have to base it off of. I do want to say by the time that you hit level 45, there will probably be new characters out. We'll probably have more information. There'll be new team comps. I can't tell you who's on your team right now. So, you have to, kind of decide which weapon you want to pick based off of your own team. I'll be choosing based off of mine. And though the answer might seem clear, I'm thinking about holding on to my box for a little while until maybe there's some new information about some more characters that are coming out. I will say, if you don't feel the need to use the box now, like if you're not struggling through any content or anything, I'd say do the same, hold on to it for a little while. And then, when a character comes out that you really want to pull, if you aren't actually getting their weapon too, if the weapon fits, I'd say go ahead and use it on that character, right? So then they have a 5-star weapon. It's going to be one of your main DPSs. You're good. This is just kind of going based off of the, looking at the stats of the weapon, the amount of characters that will be able to use it. You are able to switch weapons in between floors of the Tower of Adversity. So obviously the more characters that can use a weapon, the better it would be for you to choose like a specific character or a specific weapon based off of that. I'm also looking at the obtainability of characters. There are weapons that are good for multiple characters, but those characters are 5 stars and it would be harder to obtain them. So you would have to kind of already have them for it to be worth it, right? So let's get into the list. I've done enough yapping. Let's get into the list. Am I a mathematician? There's 2 types of gacha players. And today I'm gonna be this one. So let's start off with the Rectifier. I think the Rectifier is a good place to start, especially with Yinlin coming out today, right? With Yinlin coming out today, and her weapon, is also a Rectifier, the String Master. Cosmic Ripples is not a horrible choice if you are not getting Yinlin's weapon. Now, if you have Encore and Yinlin, it could be a good choice to have one for Encore, one for Yinlin. However, again, the weapons are interchangeable between tower floors, so it won't really make that big of a difference if you have the weapon once and you can just switch it between Encore and Yinlin. But if you're not getting the Yinlin's weapon, then I would say Cosmic Ripples could be a good choice, especially if you have Encore and are planning on getting Yinlin. They are both 5-star characters, so they could be hard to obtain if you don't have them already. And if you're not using them on your team, again, there would likely be no reason for you to get this unless you just kind of want to use Encore or Yinlin. So I'd say Cosmic Ripples isn't a horrible choice if you already have these units. We can get into the pistols. I'm not going in any order here. These can be interchanged. I'm not saying that the Rectifier is the worst and pistols are better and this and that. I'm gonna go based off of, once again, the availability of what's given. So the pistols are used by Mortefi, Alto, and Chixia. Okay, Mortefi is hands down one of the best support characters in Wuthering Waves right now. The weapon, the Static Mist, is what the name of the pistols are. They provide crit rate and they give you a great buff on outro skills, which is what makes it so good on Mortefi, especially if you have him leveled up and using him on a team with like Gian and Verena or something. So these pistols go on, you know, you use your Mortefi stuff, you switch him off, and you'll get that 10% plus. If you have Mortefi, you know, at C6 or wherever you have him, you'll get that extra boost there as well. So there's going to be a lot of attack boost on your, you know, your damage dealer when you're switching off Mortefi off the field, if that's who you decide to use it on. I think that they'll be used the best on Mortefi if you do decide to pick them. I think that they're a great choice. Again, all these characters are extremely obtainable. Chixia you get for free. I'm pretty sure you get her through going through the story. Alto is a 4-star, and Mortefi is a 4-star. I believe Mortefi is currently on the Gion banner, and so very obtainable at the moment. I think the pistols are a good choice all around the board. And again, if you're using multiple of these units in the Tower of Adversity, you would be able to interchange these. If you have Mortefi on one team, Alto on one team, Chixia on one team, you know, when you're done with Mortefi's floors, pass them on over to one of the other ones, and your money, bro. Your money. So for the gauntlets, if you are a furry, then this is a great pull for you, because the only character that you're going to use this with right now is Ling Yang. Again, Ling Yang is a 5-star character, so if you don't have him, he may be hard to obtain. I don't think that you should choose the gauntlets unless Ling Yang is your, you know, your main DPS, which I know a lot of people that got him decided they were going to re-roll. But I don't think Ling Yang is that bad. I think Ling Yang is pretty cool. I think he has a nice moveset. I like him, so I don't know where all the hate comes from. The other gauntlet user is based off of defense, so this weapon isn't really going to be too good on him. You know, that's just how it is. Now the broadsword. So right now in game, we have Gion, Calcharo, and Tauchi, Taquitos, who use the broadsword, okay? Gion's weapon, his signature weapon, is best in slot for him. It's bis. So if you have that, then you don't really need to get this for him. Calcharo can use this weapon. It would be good on Calcharo. However, Calcharo is a standard banner character, which means what? He's probably gonna get outclassed. I'm not gonna say in the near future, but it's gonna happen eventually, right? So if you're basing it off of him, then unless you just like him because he looks like Sephiroth and he has the voice actor of Sephiroth, and he kind of does have a cool moveset, and he's really strong right now, and Yinlin is coming out today, and she's going to make him a little bit stronger. I mean, there's a lot of things that can go into the decision of this, but again, come on. I mean, it's good on Calcharo. It's not the best, but there's only a few characters that it can be used with right now that it would actually make sense to use it on. Now, if you have both units, Gion and Calcharo, I guess you could grab this weapon. Especially if you have Gion's signature, you could have that on Gion, you could have that on Calcharo, and then both of these units would be very strong. You wouldn't have to really like switch weapons or anything in between runs. The other thing is there's been talks that Jinxi is also going to be a broadsword user. So if you're planning on pulling Jinxi, it could be a choice. It could be a choice. I don't know too much about Jinxi yet, but I do believe they said something about a broadsword. So, you know, I'm assuming her signature weapon would be her bis weapon, but just keep that in mind when you're making this decision. Right now, unless you don't have Gion's weapon, the only character that you're really using this one is Calcharo. Now, as far as the sword, the Emerald of Genesis, it just sounds cool as shit, don't it? There's actually, count them up. Currently, there's 4 characters in the game that use this weapon. It's Rover, Sanhua, Yang Yang, and Danjin. Okay, there will be a 5th character that uses swords in Chang Li. Chang Li, I believe from what I've heard, is the banner coming after Yinlin. So, you know, you will actually potentially be able to use this sword on them if you are planning on pulling Chang Li when she comes out. There are 4 characters that this is able to be used on. Now, outside of the battle pass sword, I think the battle pass sword with crit rate is the broadsword. So I think this is actually the only regular sword that has crit rate on it. If you're looking for a crit rate sword, this is it. It also will provide up to 12% attack bonus, and it has the energy regen buff. So it has crit rate, attack percent buff, and a crit rate buff on it. Energy regen, attack percent, and crit rate. My brain just turned off in the middle of my sentence, and I feel like I said the same thing twice, but I said it again just in case. On top of that, with the number of units that you'll be able to use this sword with, it makes it a great choice. Again, you'll have 5, but right now there's 4, and I believe 3 of them you get for free. Oh my God, am I a rapper or something? That was a bar low key, hold on. So Rover obviously is the main character. Everybody has Rover. Sandwall you get for free on your 5th day of logging in, I believe. Yang Yang gets added to your party during the story. Dan Jin is currently on the Jin Yan banner, so obtainable at the moment if you're, if you do want to pool there. If you want to do some pools on Ji Yan to build your pity, and then like once you hit 60, summon for Yinlin. If you don't get lucky on the Ji Yan banner, hopefully you don't get lucky. Hopefully you don't get lucky. If you want to pull for the 4 stars to build pity and then summon on Yinlin's banner when she comes out, and you pull Yinlin, then that's not a bad idea to get some of these, really usable 4 stars like Mortefi and Don Jin. And Don Jin is seen as one of the strongest high risk, high reward units. So this sword would actually be phenomenal on her. But I do believe the 4-star sword is actually still a really good viable choice for her as it stands. So this could be a really good sword if you want to use it on any of these characters. From a usability standpoint, the sword is probably the best choice going forward. Again, I believe that's everything. I think I covered everything. And again, this is not a definitive you should guide. This is just me talking and letting you guys know like the thought process that I went through while I was looking to see which one I should pick. Again, I'm gonna hold mine for a while if I'm able to. Like I said, I don't get the box until tomorrow. So I'm gonna hold mine for a while. I'll let you guys know if there's anything, I don't think there will be, but if there's anything where it's like, oh, you have to use it in X amount of days, I'll let you guys know. And yeah, I'll keep y'all in the loop, man. I'm gonna hold on to mine as long as I can to see what characters are coming up. So I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I hope this helps you in picking your, when you get to level 45 and, kind of think through some of these things. So y'all have a fantastic rest of your day, night, evening, afternoon, or morning, whatever time it is for you where you are. It's me, Holiest, like always. You already know what it is. I'm out in it.